All right, 1 second, everybody. Get to the stream so I can get to the chat. Shout out to my guy Ham, who is live. See if I can find my stream here. Well, we'll come back to it in a second anyway. What is good, everybody? It is the Godfather of VR, the Ageless, one of the man, Lincoln Clay, coming back at you with a live stream of NBA 2K. I have already skipped past the menu screen and all that stuff and set up a match and went straight to it because I don't want to get hit with a copyright claim and run the risk of this stream getting blocked. It kind of happened to my Madden stream. It got blocked in several countries, but the main countries, Europe, or the main regions, Europe, North America, that stuff, they didn't get blocked. But you never know with music, so I just went ahead and skipped right to this. I'm trying to find my stream so I can look at the chat from the phone. I'd like to think I'm live. So actually, give me a second. We'll get this sorted out here.
The big showroom shine and what changed it all.
No. I didn't call for that.
Why the car service can suffer permanent.
I did not call for that. So 1 second, folks. I'll get this chat thing straightened out here. Do. See if that helps. I promise you guys we'll be ready to go in a second. Oh, now we'll just tweet us something. Well, I'll come back to that. Okay, well, I can't find the stream here on my phone, so we'll just go ahead and go with it. I'll come back to it. Let's get cracking. Well, I kind of had to go through a lot of mess to get this stream set up because streaming on PC, almost every aspect of it has its own separate input or output. So I had to have a separate port for the mic, separate port for the camera, separate port for this controller, separate port for the headphones that you see I'm wearing here. That's one of the reasons why it's taking me so long to kind of do flat screen streams on the PC because I had to buy a male to female 3.5 millimeter jack because this one right here, running from my headphones to here, I think is only like 3 feet long, and that would have had me pretty much sitting right up on top of the computer. So I was able to get a hold of a 18-foot cord For the headphones, I had to get a 10-foot cord for the controller running from the PC. All that good stuff. So now I'm finally ready to do some streams. Be warned, I suck at NBA 2K. And I'm using a not so good team. Let's get cracking.
This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our reporter tonight on the sideline, David Aldridge. All right, a chance to check out stats for Wendell Carter.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
A look at the Magic starting group. Michael Carter-Williams is out there with Bacon. Then it's Ennis. Then there's Carter. And it's Okeke in at the power forward. And for the Pistons, Plumlee out there with Grant. And there's Jackson. And it's Lee in at the point. Well, as we enter the back half of the season, some players are worn down. But, Greg, are there certain players who really...
Okay, I got to say this last thing, and then we'll get through this thing nonstop. This is not the next-gen patch on PC, which I think, I did some digging to try to find out why the PC version doesn't have the next-gen patch like the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. And I stumbled across an article where 2K basically, or Take-Two basically said that the PC version of NBA 2K21 does not have the next gen patch because it doesn't generate enough income, which I find to be a slap in the face because last time I checked, don't all these games that you develop start with a PC? That you use a PC to develop all these games? So it seemed like it would be a no-brainer that you'd be able to just put a stamp on it and get it out the door on PC with a next gen patch. So I'd imagine it would be less work to do a next-gen patch on the PC version of this game versus a console version of this game. So I find that to be a slap in the face that we didn't get a next-gen patch on PC. That being said, it's a good thing I didn't pay the full $60 for this game because I would have been furious. I bought this game thinking it was going to have the next-gen patch. I bought it off of G2A for about $23. And again, I originally thought it was going to have the next gen patch. It doesn't. So that left me a little bit furious. But I will say, even though this is still like the PS4, Xbox One version of the game, I have all the settings turned up. So it does have an extra sharp pictures. So
dial in at this point who find traction with their game?
No doubt about it, Kevin. Especially for the veterans who understand it's a marathon and not a sprint. You really are trying to build up towards this portion and take your game and your mindset to another level. So this is a time for those guys when they just start to hit their stride.
And there's the call on James Ennis. That is his first foul of the game. Here is Plumlee. Pass to Lee. Back to Plumlee. Lock at 6. Here's Grant. Stuff.
Oh, shit.
Here's Ennis. To the inside. Orlando moving the ball around. Down low. Here's Carter. And yes, it's good.
Bully ball at its finest there. Carter Jr. brings a physical presence to this team.
Carter-Williams against Lee. On the wing, Jackson. There's the triple. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Their last encounter was in Orlando.
And their last time against this club, they really fell short at the free throw line.
Yeah, and that was the difference, really. I mean, you think about it, they didn't knock them down at the same rate, and that hurt them.
And Clark, you gotta like what Bacon brings to the table. Has some size, strength, athleticism. He can create his own shot, but the consistency has been really up and down thus far.
Yeah, I'd agree with you, and I love his motor. He wants to get better. He's working at getting better. And like with most young players, you have to understand when the shot's not going, there are a lot of different ways you can contribute. Bring your energy, and definitely bring your energy and activity to the defensive end and on the glass, and you'll always find a spot where you can help your team.
The Pistons have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. To the paint. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Bacon the pass to Carter. And it's sent back by Plumlee. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Plumlee. Here's Carter, and the layup off the glass. Carter's got his second bucket tonight. The Pistons trailing. Over to the left wing. And Plumlee kicks to Jackson. Lee passes to Grant. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And Grant really embraces contact, relishes it, as a matter of fact. He has no fear going to the rim or going into a shot.
Now here's Carter Williams taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
The Pistons have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Grant. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And Grant is just really an aggressive player who welcomes contact on his shots. I mean, the defense has to be careful around him because he's looking to draw fouls.
The Pistons shooting their first free throws of this game.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board. 77% collectively.
And guys, that's really
an
upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
Vitis, what's good?
The free throw drops for Grant.
The first thing
there's no question that the game
looks
pretty good. Excuse me if it sounds like I'm yelling. I've got these headphones on, so it's pretty loud inside this headphone.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando.
Yeah, I got the settings turned all the way up. 2K60 and the 2160. All the settings are turned up, so the picture is extra sharp.
Grant drops them both. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
And there's so many guys that, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table, but in reality, some roles, right? And, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did.
1%.
Here, let me turn this down.
Guys, that's really there we go. How they shot last season.
It's fairly obvious, but it's important that Bamba stays healthy so he can keep improving. I mean, his skill set and physical tools both are very impressive. His upside is way up.
Now, here's Diallo. They really needed more from him in that loss to the Clippers. He's with it. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Stewart. Goes back up. And it's Orlando with the rebound. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Live by the 3, die by the 3. If you're perimeter dependent, you don't really know game to game how it's going to go.
And, I think the lack of success from the perimeter really did them in. They just couldn't get it going from there.
And here's Hayes after Gary Harris made that last three-pointer. Doumbouya kicks to Diallo. There's the pass to Doumbouya. Out left to the wing. Takes the 3. Ross grabs the board. Orlando leading by 6.
And Clark, when he comes in the game, you know that Terrence Ross is looking to score. That's his role, and boy, he relishes it.
Yeah, you know what, Greg? He's cut from the cloth of the old school bucket getters, where their primary objective and focus is to put it in the basket, and they do it a lot of different ways and at a high volume. So that's who Terrence Ross is. He's an explosive, dynamic, packs a lot of points in the short periods of time scored.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Orlando.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
That free throw good from Diallo. Orlando, they've gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. 46 seconds left in the first quarter. Anthony can't hit. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
Joseph against Anthony. Joseph, the pass to Stewart. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
It's stolen by Hampton.
Oh, Christ.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Rebound, Detroit. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Passes to Stewart. On the wing, Jackson. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall.
With excellent lateral quickness for his size, Bamba's a quality defender.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Magic out in front. They're up by 3. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. It's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And when you consider how the Magic are doing, what do you think?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
Well, for Detroit, their last game a loss to the Clippers in Los Angeles.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, and it's not easy to do. Much easier said than done, but they're capable of making it happen. It just comes down, I think, to will and desire.
Diallo out there with Doumbouya. Then it's Corey Joseph.
Oh, my God.
Here's Jackson, and it's Stewart in at the 5, down low. They're the group Detroit will start the second with.
Boy, I tell you, Bamba's wingspan and his standing reach is ridiculous. This dude was born to throw it down.
And the Pistons decide to take their first
I definitely don't do this game the way I used 2 years ago. So I just go ahead and let the game make the substitutions for me. I'm a casual at this game now. When I used to be deep into this game, I used to do all the substitutions, the starts. I would move people around out of position, having centers playing small forwards and the power forwards and stuff. So, but now it's just
and they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's
I don't know. I kind of became
and the reality is this: you become
not too happy with 2K,
and that's what really dictates how
cashing in on the My Player. Microtransactions with the My Player, cashing in on that. When they started doing that, it just I just lost my taste for the game.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Playoff seeding so important here as we take a look out east. You look at the Magic. It's been a rough season for them. The good news is the lottery is only a couple months away. And, of course, there's the Pistons, a game and a half out.
And right now for the Magic, they talked all offseason about how this year was going to be different. Nobody bought into it then, and nobody's buying into it now.
Yeah, and it's too bad, really unfortunate, because I did think the potential was there. But at this stage, I think we've seen their best, and it's not going to be good enough this season.
Orlando leading by 3. To the middle. And the dunk by Bamba.
Boy, I like how Carter Williams spreads the ball around. I mean, he opens up a lot of opportunities for his guys to shoot it.
Pass to Bay. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Go ahead,
Making
shoot
a
it.
statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Carter Williams finds Ross. Oh, the power on that throwdown.
You know, Terrence Ross is a former dunk contest champion. Ross has major levitation time.
And Terrence Ross, the wing from Washington, signed a 4-year deal with the Magic in 2019. The team loves what he brings as a 3-and-D type of player.
Bamba with the block. And even 3-on-3 break. Jackson against Ross. He kicks it to Carter Williams. Pass to Ross. Shot clock at 5. Nice open look, but it's no good. And Greg, with Ross, he's finally found his role. He's also a great finisher at the rim.
You know, he seemed lost early in his career with Toronto, but he has found a home with Orlando and is playing his best basketball, knows what's expected of him, and how he can help contribute to wins.
The Pistons shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
Feels like the right trigger's sticking on this Xbox controller. That's probably a sign that my son's been putting some miles on this controller when he comes over and plays Gears of War every week. Yeah, but even though this isn't a next-gen patch, it still looks pretty good. Still's got an extra sharp picture.
The first free throw is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
A floater. Offensive rebound. A nice shot by Carter. Carter's got 8.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Pistons trailed by 5. Lee passes to Bay. Grant in the post. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
And I tell you, I love watching Grant get busy down there. I mean, his impressive leaping ability and his quick release on the shot allow him to score at a high rate down low.
Now here's Ennis. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Carter Williams against Grant. Carter Williams with the bucket. And the Magic lead by 5.
Carter Williams is a wily, wiry athlete who finishes well through contact. There's little you can do short of fouling him to keep him from making these shots.
Here's Grant. He's got 8. And the pass to Bay. Back to Grant. From 10 feet out. No good there. And Orlando the other way now.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Now here's Carter Williams. 9-point game his last outing. And it's
Get out of here.
Plumlee. And the dunk by Grant.
And you know, when Grant gets a chance for an easy basket, he really busts it down the floor. I mean, the quickness and athleticism he possesses, really hard to deal with defensively.
And it's Carter Williams with the ball for Orlando. 3-point lead. Harris outside. It's deflected. Lee outside. Here's Hayes. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic.
So I'm going to grab a drink at halftime.
Diallo, he's checked in for the Pistons. Josh Jackson comes in for Lee. Orlando also making some changes. Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for James Ennis. Dwayne Bacon comes in for Gary Harris. And Anthony subbed in for Carter Williams. Now here's Anthony. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Carter, that's in. That's
come
his
on.
fifth field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Pistons trail by 3. Pass to Diallo. Grant in the post. 10 points for him. And he comes up with the deuce. Grant's got 6 here in this quarter. Here's Anthony. Outside Porter. 6 to shoot. Back to Anthony. From deep 3-point range. But they get it back.
Oh, come on, all that work.
Porter finds Anthony. And Carter with the basket on the assist by Anthony. Anthony's got 3 assists tonight.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
Now here's Hayes. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Magic lead by 3.
All right, I'm going to grab a drink, y'all. I'll be right back.
The second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started. Okay. Some incredible work in this one by Wendell Carter Jr. He had 12 points and 3 rebounds. And a little redemption for him tonight. In their previous game, he was not at his best. And Kenny, what are your thoughts on how Orlando played?
Well, their success was largely about second chance points. They crashed the offensive boards heavy in the first half. I love how they fight for every 50-50 ball like it's the last ball on earth.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Detroit?
I'll focus on the defense, which hasn't been tremendous. They've allowed over 50% shooting, never a good thing. They need to get more aggressive.
BC Max the race.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. A fantastic game from Wendell Carter in this one.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Pistons trail by 3. Tipping off the second half. Here's Steve Clifford's 5. Aiken is out there with Michael Carter-Williams. Then it's Wendell Carter. Then it's Ennis. And it's Okeke in at the 4. Plumlee. It gets rebounded by
Oh, come on.
And the Magic with possession. Pass to Okeke. It's good. The assist that time from Ennis. Okeke's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for the Magic. Here's Lee. Here's Plumlee. The shot.
Oh, come on.
The Magic go the other way with it. Carter-Williams feeling it out a bit. Pass to Ennis. Releases. And there are the Magic with another bucket. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle,
to Vancouver.
right? Let's get back
in
in both
Seattle.
those cities.
Exactly.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Stewart's checked in for Detroit. And a switcher also for Orlando. Bamba is checked in for Wendell Carter. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Magic leading by 5. And here is Carter-Williams. The pass to Bacon. Passes it to Okeke. Shot clock at 6. Ennis misses. And for the Pistons, they're shooting 41% for the game.
Get out the way.
Grant, that's good. Grant's got 14 points.
Yeah, it's been a huge night for Grant, the former second-round pick. He's a guy who's had to fight for his spot in the NBA, and he's deserved what he's earned.
Here's Bacon. No points in the game yet for him. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Magic lead by 5.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
For Detroit, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Out to the right wing. Bay passes to Grant.
We've got a moment now to see how the Magic are doing in the NBA rankings right now.
And they've been strong in the rebounding department, up in the top 10. And it's just not one guy. Really, it's been about the entire group collectively.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight. The free throw drops for Grant. And Grant drops them both. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Now Hampton. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Deep 2 from Ross. Orlando gets it back. And the basket by
Oh, my
Hampton.
God.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now, here's Doumbouya. Bamba with the block.
Boy, great timing and awareness there from Bamba. He sends shots away on the daily.
Here's Hampton. And the shot is good.
Oh, my
Now
God,
it's a
no.
7-point Magic lead.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
That shit
Pretty
should have
clear
been blocked.
Smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
And the Pistons making a change here. Diallo's checked in. Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for the Magic. Outside Jackson. Pass to Doumbouya. 5 to shoot. Here's Stewart. Again, the miss by the Pistons. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Magic. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. And it goes down 2 points.
They murdering me.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
The play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Now here's Joseph. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Inside, Stewart. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Yeah, Joseph adept at finding his open teammates, and that's exactly what you want from your point guard.
Hampton kicks to Porter. Pass to Bamba. Wide open look. It's hauled in by Stewart. Pistons trail by 7. Outside Jackson. 1:31 left in the third quarter. And misses off the right side of the rim.
I wouldn't say that's exactly his spot now. I mean, and you can see why.
A nice shot by Harris.
Nice looking outside stroke by Harris. Give him room to pull the trigger, and he'll light you up from there.
Now here's Joseph. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And there's the pass to Diallo. Here's Doumbouya. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Doumbouya's got his first bucket in this one.
That is super efficient, getting in deep and then taking advantage.
Hampton kicks to Porter. 50 seconds left in the third quarter. Hampton passes to Ross. Porter trying to free himself up. No good from Ross.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
Here's Joseph. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Lays it up off the glass.
Yeah, you've got to be careful in how you guard Joseph. Game plan discipline essential, especially when he's involved in a screen and roll.
Now here's Porter. 6-point game. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Fires the 3. Here's Bamba. Yes, that goes.
You have got to be kidding me.
Bamba's got 9 points.
Bamba's got crazy length and impressive height, obviously, at north of 7 feet. Helps him on that offensive board, but his tenacity, a big part of that, too.
And so it's the Orlando Magic holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Now let's take a listen on head coach Dwayne Casey.
We got to get back and play with this insurgent. Pass goes, we got to move with the pass. It doesn't matter, we got to scramble.
Well, stressing defense that last time out, Greg, a wise approach.
Yeah, I mean, when it's this tight, the defense can push you over the top.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. We've got Hayes, Josh Jackson out there with Plumlee, and it's Lee in at the one spot. That's the group for Detroit right now.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backcourt.
Passes it to Bay. Kicks it to Plumlee. Jackson passes to Bay.
And guys, it's going to take something very good from the D to stop him from that range. And that was not going to get it done.
Anthony with it. Pass to Bacon. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Magic lead by 10.
And the lack of
I can see that pick and roll coming from a mile away, and I'm trying to block
makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Lee passes to Bay. Pass to Plumlee. Here's Bay. Got a piece of it. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Anthony, no one around. Rebounded by the Pistons. Now here's Hayes. To the paint. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. We know the NBA is looking to get rid of the one-and-done rule pretty soon. Adam Silver, Greg, saying he thinks the league can create a better system. Do you think so?
I think they can create a better system for some. I think the growth of the G League, no doubt, is instrumental in that new system. Now these young rookies can get the playing time in lower tier pro games as they continue to develop. But I think still the collegiate game plays a significant role. The experience of going to college, even for a year, can be invaluable.
There are pros both ways, college or the G League. Agreed?
I do. I'm just glad it's not a one-size-fits-all proposition. Now you have the option. Not every kid wants to go to college and have that experience.
Grant kicks to Hayes. No good on the three. Magic leading by 12. Ennis taking his time here. Out to Carter. Can he keep it going? And Orlando again with the bucket.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
Here's Carter Williams, and Carter Williams slams it in.
Now, that's all heart from Carter Williams. I mean, he works hard out there to outrun the defender trying to stop him on the break. Well done by Williams.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
Definitely not pleased with their rebounding at the defensive end. The number of putbacks they've allowed has been terrible. I'm sure that's what he's going to address during this timeout.
The pass to Bay. To end the drought. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Wendell Carter.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
And he knocks down the first one.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
Jackson, he's checked in for Hayes. And it's Carter Williams with the ball for Orlando. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Carter. And there'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee.
And he's a crafty, kind of an old school big. Carter Jr. knows how to keep defenders off balance.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Magic?
I'll tell you what, they've hit the boards hard in this one, and it's led to an abundance of second chance points. I mean, they've gotten a lot of second chance points.
Yeah, but also they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
First free throw is good.
In the 7th pick of the 2018 draft, Carter Jr.'s potential is enticing. A bruising big man with a bright future ahead of him.
Carter hits them both. Well, look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th. Passes it to Bay. Grant with the ball. From down low. Lee outside. Back to Grant. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Carter outside. Second shot opportunity. And he Carter's got 8 points in the quarter.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Well, you know, that's the way it's going to be for them today, fellas. Can't sustain any momentum.
Here's Grant. Pass to Bay. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Jackson down low, defended by Carter. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And it's the Magic's ball. They're on a 14-6 run.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Magic.
Starting 5 must have been happy to get so much help from the reserves in this game.
And they not only lightened the load, the subs did nothing less than guarantee a win.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
And they've put themselves into the driver's seat in regards to the season series with this team. Tonight's win will give them a 2-1 edge with only 1 left to play.
You know, no matter what happens next time they meet, I think this was the biggest game they'll play against each other this season. Getting that 2-1 advantage means so much.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Wendell Carter.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Plumlee. Diallo comes in for Jackson. And Smith subbed in for Lee. The Pistons have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. 2 points, that one goes.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
Here's Bacon.
Oh, God.
He's guarded by Diallo.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what, and they got it done.
One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
Diallo with it. Randall on him. And here's Diallo. A second chance effort. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it.
All right, everybody. I want to thank you all for watching this gradual blowout.
That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation.
Once upon a time, I used to be decent at this game. As you can see, I'm trash now, but it's still fun. There's just way too many games out there for me to. There's way too many games out there for me to say that I'll work on this and get better and blah blah blah. I'm not gonna try to sit up there and tell that kind of lie. I probably will stream this again at some point. I don't know if you'll see the same result or not, but it is what it is. Let's see here. What time is it? It is 6:22 Eastern time. I believe Brian Paul might be live doing on the fly review of Alvo. It is scheduled to release tonight at midnight. If I can get the game downloaded, if they let me preload it, I will stream it at midnight. So I'm going to have a quick look at what Brian Paul has to say about this game. And I guess we'll see you in a little while, assuming I can stream it tonight. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. I am going to boogie on out of here. You all have a good one. You know the line. Wakanda forever. Long live the king. And deuces. We'll see you.